Welcome to episode 795 of Hard Factor. It is Monday, October 18th, 2021. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. We got Mark, Pat, Wes, and I'm Will to talk to you today about, well, I'm going to take the TikTok International moment later on in the show, a little break from the norm because the fellas sat me down last Friday, Ed Orgeron style, to let me know there's some changes coming to the beginning of the show after 8 months. So we're going to start rotating the top segment from now on. Wes is taking it today. Is it still going to be called the Cup of Coffee in the Big Time, Wes?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Still going to be playing the clips, doing pretty much the same thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. What you got in there today in the coffee?
So we got some stuff. We got some Hooters news, and we got Haiti was trending, so we're going to talk about that.
The H's.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm taking us to the EU for some sex products, down under to New Zealand, to China in the TikTok International moment. What else we got, fellas?
Oh, you're going to hear about how Christmas is, well, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be Christmas. It's going to be a little bit different because of, you'll find out why.
Okay. That gave me nothing on that one.
Yeah.
And then
Very vague.
very vague. And then a couple real estate stories. Maybe if you're interested in buying, selling, renting, or work in the real estate biz, I will listen to the end of the show.
Nice. But I am picking up on what Pat's going with the Christmas thing. I think there's been a lot of war on Christmas jokes.
Like Christmas or participated in it, you might want to listen up.
I played Christmas music this weekend, and for the most part, it was well received. A few people on Twitter were mad at me for playing Christmas music, but whatever.
What else?
Some people. We'll get to it in the end.
Yeah. What else happened to you, Mark?
What else happened to me? Well, it was my niece's 10th birthday on Sunday.
Not what I'm talking about.
And that was very nice. She had a good birthday.
What else?
But did you check the dumpster? Right. Yeah. Did you go back and check the dumpster?
The dumpster was empty on Sunday. So somebody checked the dumpster, and I'm going to be checking the news. Okay. So Friday night, I got a little bit too drunk maybe. And sometimes when I drink on the weekends and my wife passes out before me, occasionally I will walk to the 7-Eleven that is nearby my house and get cigarettes and enjoy a few to wind down the evening at 3 a.m.
And then throw the pack away before she wakes up.
And then throw the pack away, wasting $6 before she wakes up. Take a quick shower at 3:30 in the morning, try not to crack my skull. Anyways, I went to the 7-Eleven and I'm leaving on foot, and I noticed a car parked horizontally in the handicap spot next to the dumpster, and it had all sorts of clutter in the front, and it didn't look like anyone was in it. So I walked past it, and for some reason, as I'm 15 feet past it, I made a very bad decision, and I decided to go back towards the car and take a picture of the clutter in the front of the car.
What now? Okay.
Yes.
So right there, what was the reasoning on that?
I wanted to post it on Twitter or talk about it the next day and be like, look at this crazy car. This is what you get at 3 a.m.
A homeless guy's
7-Eleven.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was, but
There's a guy living in a car, right?
it ended up being, well,
A disabled
I'm drunk.
guy.
I'm drunk at 3. No, because he hopped out of the car pretty goddamn quick
He's
when he
wide
saw
awake.
me take a picture. The door opened. I guess it was a little bit tinted. Didn't see him, and the door opened, and my heart skipped a beat. And lo and behold, he wasn't too happy with me for taking.
This is
a
like
picture.
when I slapped the the trunk of the cop car, except instead of with a cop, you did it with a homeless guy in a parking lot. Yeah.
At 3 a.m. in pitch black by a dumpster. So that was stupid. So he ends up screaming at me to delete the picture, and I fake deleted it. And he goes, "Did you just fake delete it? And let me see your phone." I was like, "No, I totally deleted it." So like I deleted it and showed him. Mind you, he's like 120 pounds. So like I could have just tackled him, but he also might have had a gun. It's 3 a.m. I didn't really want to fuck with him. So I deleted the photo, and I was like, "Have a good night." He's like, "Fuck you," and I left. And I went home. And then I'm going through the picture later, and I convinced myself that there was a severed head in his car when I zoomed in a garbage bag. And that freaked me out a little bit because I was like, ooh, I think I just found a serial killer at 7-Eleven. That's why he wanted me to delete the picture.
It's a big find, yeah.
And so I was like, what did I just discover? Serial killer. So then I called Wes, and he didn't pick up at 3:30 in the morning because I was like, should I call the cops and send him this picture?
You should have, yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't enjoy that.
yeah. I was
enjoy that.
considering texting you and fucking with you and saying, yeah, you should totally call the cops. That looks like a severed head. But no, I mean, that was a homeless guy living in his truck.
The neighborhood thanks you.
Most people don't think it was grainy. It was grainy.
How many hours of your night did that ruin? Because I know, like,
Well,
that
it was
kind of
3:30 in the morning by the time I figured it out. So I went to bed like about an hour later. So an hour. It ruined an hour of my night.
yeah. Well, hey,
Got
man.
good cigarette smoking during that hour though. Just
Oh,
puffing away,
nervous cigarette smoking.
hypothesizing.
It's
Yeah.
like the
Serial killer.
McConaughey cigarette meme where he's
Yeah.
like sucking it in during
Yeah.
True Detective. Yeah.
So,
Just contemplating.
yeah.
Yeah. That's why I put my phone on Do Not Disturb on.
On wedding
not
weekends,
ahead.
that's smart. Yeah.
That's from what I could tell.
No one
Could
will
be.
know.
I don't know.
No. But if I disappear, I think the guy knows where I live. If I disappear, it's like a 30-year-old, 5'6", 120-pound guy living out of a white Tahoe with a dream catcher in the windshield. One of those,
Who's
and then
Willing
a
to
severed head.
to decapitate.
And he likes green plastic trash bags.
You're covered now.
He had so much
on the
somebody
record.
like cleaning like
Yeah,
wipes.
he had a lot of cleaning supplies, didn't he?
That was his shower.
Yeah, because he
Or-
lives
or
in
his-
there.
yeah,
Because he
Oh,
wipes
because he has to wipe the smell of brain out of the car.
It's where he lives and kills.
That's right.
Dual purpose.
I don't know why he was parked in the handicap spot right next to the dumpster. There was 2 other spots open.
Yeah. It's a perfect spot to dump a body.
It was the
right
one
in
closest
front
to
of
the dumpster.
7-Eleven. Yeah.
It's the closest one to the dumpster. Oh, I think he's a cocky little bastard.
Does this guy look like a deed doer to you? I think that's what you tweeted. Okay, anyway.
He's like, can you help me?
A dead guy is what I
Oh,
said. Instead of
I thought you were
deed.
saying the deed. Cause that's
No, a dead guy. It just
No, Mark thought there was a dead guy like in the car
Yes.
that this guy had slain and was like he was waiting by the dumpster to dispose of the body.
Correct. And he was smoking a cigarette with the windows rolled up, staring at me through tinted windows the whole time.
And you're just taking a picture.
Yep.
That's
Door popped right open. Oh, someone is in there. Yeah. So
you can see his arm in the photo. Okay.
I cooled it down. I cooled it down on Saturday. Pat, it was 3 a.m.
His registration's up to date, so I doubt that he's a serial killer.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
No, but when it's your home, you
12/21.
don't want to get pulled over in it. So
Oh, then don't park in the handicap spot.
I'm glad you're alive.
Thank you.
close call.
Let's do the news. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do the news. All right. First up, I'm not a pro at this, but we're going to do it.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
That's right. Time for the cup of coffee in the big time. And today, we got a fun fact of the day. Did you know, guys, that the little dot above lowercase i's and j's is called a tittle? Tittle. Isn't that pretty good?
Like title with an extra T.
Yeah.
Like titties.
Yeah, like titties. Yeah. There it is. Tittle. There you go, right there. So now you can say, don't forget to tittle your I's and cross your T's. So that's pretty cool.
There's good reason we don't know that, Wes, and it's because elementary school teachers avoid teaching it like the plague.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want the kids with the titties.
You're missing the tittles on
It's
this.
too easy.
You laughed. That's a full week of laughing.
Nothing gets learned that week.
No. We're gonna learn
It's like
about
sex
tittles this
ed
week.
week. Sex ed was the best in elementary school. Like,
Oh yeah.
just you couldn't get through 30 seconds without the entire class just erupting in laughter.
Just the gym teacher, like, why am I forced to do
Every
this?
time they say penis, people are just losing it.
Gym teacher.
The fucking gym teacher's like, you gotta be kidding me.
Mrs. Anderson, I think my tittle's a little big. What do you think? Should I make my tittle smaller? So, yeah, interesting. Now it's a little, piece of knowledge you can drop on your friends. It's pretty good. Next, on this day in history, October 18th, on this day in history, 1988, one of my personal favorite shows of all time, and a great way to know if someone was a nerd and their parents sucked for not letting them watch it or were irresponsible for letting them watch it. Roseanne premiered. And started the juggernaut that it was. Here's a picture from that
wow.
first season. Just an unbelievable show. You guys like Roseanne?
Of course.
Still on.
Yeah. Well,
Still
it's not
on.
called Roseanne anymore.
Yeah, it's
Well,
called
the
Connors.
it doesn't have Roseanne. That's not Roseanne.
Right.
Sorry.
Right.
No.
I mean, like it, you know, like I get that she was canceled or whatever, but the new Roseanne is not Roseanne because she's not
No,
there.
it was literally a vehicle for the comedian
Yes.
Right.
Roseanne.
It was Roseanne Barr's show.
It's like
John
if
Goodman
it's
was
like
a
if-
side piece.
It's like if Seinfeld got removed from Seinfeld and they were like, the New York apartment.
yeah, it's called The State of Television Today. It's called the Internet.
Yeah, I mean, like think about that. John Goodman, incredible titan of industry, side piece. It has nothing to do with the success, really. Roseanne, she's the number one on Roseanne.
She's definitely number one. Goodman
He was
came
great.
into his own
Dan's
on that
great.
show though.
But yeah, for sure.
Drinking
but,
beers in the garage.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, Roseanne's the star.
yeah.
David.
I always wanted to party with Aunt Jackie. I thought she'd be just a fucking blast, you know. Just to party
Tell
with.
dirty jokes and smoke cigarettes with Aunt Jackie.
Yeah, and she'd probably fuck you too. So
Yeah.
she's very loose.
Would you
woman.
call her Aunt Jackie even though you're not related to her? Probably, right?
I call her Jackie.
Yeah, I called Jackie.
Yeah.
Who's on the show now?
Everyone but Roseanne. Everybody but Roseanne.
How pissed are they that the ratings suck?
They don't care. That's my point. It doesn't matter. Like television is so dead. It's literally so dead that they're putting Roseanne on with no Roseanne
But when Roseanne came back, it like smashed records with
Yes.
her
for a
on it.
minute because I
Yeah,
think it was
quick-
just like the
yeah.
nostalgia play.
But then the Connors also smashed records for a minute when they got rid of Roseanne, and now I think now it's like
Interesting.
To
yeah.
give you an idea, the number one show on television, which is like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, is Queen Latifah's The Equalizer, which is like TV is made specifically for olds.
Yeah, but her dog got attacked, so she's
Okay.
affected by that.
All right.
So
Yeah, it's true. We're still waiting for the real answer from Queen Latifah about that. I'm not going to let that go because you know it's a big thing for the you know
yeah, I think right now
Future of
they're-
pit bulls.
Right now they're pretty low,
yeah they're keeping
pretty
it
low
low-key.
on the Connors. No, on the Connors season 4,
Oh
pretty
yeah,
pretty low viewership.
no,
Yeah, Connors season 4.
sucks.
Yeah. Connors season 4, not
believe
Roseanne.
it.
Season,
Give me
Rose-
not
give me
Roseanne
Rose-
season 20, but
Give me
Connors
Roseanne
season 4.
season 1, baby.
Yeah.
I'll take me back.
Yeah. Look at that cat. Look at that cast. I mean, come on. Unbelievable. The original Becky there came back after her.
Look at that old Bears jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, Dan.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's a beast.
All right, so we got a couple of trends to talk about. Okay, we're just gonna do two. We're gonna hit them a little harder today. First up, let's get to the biggest trend of the weekend, at least in my mind. Hooters unveiled their new shorts, which will be required by all Hooters girls to wear. More on that later, but we're just gonna go with it. Again, this is a mandatory uniform change. Came down from some genius at corporate who was tired of pussyfooting around the issue and wants to bring Hooters back to its original glory, you know, household name. So this
The
big-
opposite of Roseanne.
the opposite of Roseanne.
What
guy,
happened?
yeah.
They're going back.
Corporate guy Roseanne is just not as smart as the Hooters guy. So this big brain at corporate, whomever he is, said, "Hey, these shorts cover up too much of the girls' asses. I got a great idea. Let's make them smaller." So as of October 4th, all Hooters girls have been required to wear the new shorts, and boy, are they complaining about it. So here's a video. They're all over TikTok. Here's a video that gives you the little bit of inside baseball onto the shorts at Hooters and the differences. I'm just going to play this for you guys.
This question a lot about how the new shorts compare to the old shorts. So I grabbed my bucket of uniforms and I'll show you guys. Before we start, these are the tights that we are required to wear with our uniform every day. They are like 6 skin tones too dark for me, but these are the lightest shades that we're allowed to go. But
Okay.
these are on under every pair of shorts that we have.
Okay.
As far as the shorts go, we have orange shorts and we have black shorts. The orange shorts are if you're waitressing on the floor, and they tend to run a little bit bigger. These are the old shorts, like the ones that we wore the last year that I worked there.
It's like a
The orange shorts is if you're working the floor and you're waitressing.
It's a class system.
Now the black shorts
I
are
remember
if
those,
you
the
are
orange.
bartending or if it's a Friday, and these are the old shorts. They do run here. They do
Friday
run
black,
a little bit
okay.
smaller, so they did tend to show just a little bit more than the orange shorts.
Okay.
And now in comparison, the new shorts, which I only have the new black shorts because I only bartend. I do not have the new orange shorts yet, but the new black shorts. With my white t-shirt, they do not play bottom.
That's underwear.
Yeah.
So they sit
Oh, they
like
would confuse
this,
Bill
as
Clinton.
You can see on
Where did the rest of it go?
What
the hell?
All right, and then these are the old black
Craven
shorts.
wings.
So like a little bit cheekier than the orange shorts, but still like They covered everything they needed to cover. And then with the new tights, I can't even hide the front of my leggings. And
Whoa.
look,
wow.
a wedgie. So yeah, there is no longer anything covered by these shorts.
Yeah.
And this is what the
It's a
problem with
thong.
the new shorts is. This is why all the Hooters girls are upset. Because this is
they're
not
crying
what
in
I
their
agreed to
piles of
wear a
cash.
year ago when I was hired.
I didn't start working at Hooters to be oogled by men.
Yeah.
Right.
Was there a study about the tips, Wes, in terms of
Has
in
to.
the last 2 weeks?
Not yet.
Is this why we have a wing shortage?
I
Yeah.
mean, for those of you guys listening at home and not watching on YouTube, it's the Playboy Bunny. If you guys remember the Playboy Club, the waitresses there would wear like pretty much the exact same shorts. They would just have a cottontail on the back, but these ones do not have a cottontail.
Yeah, it's like bikinis, like the place that was in Austin.
Right.
Like it's literally like it would be like a skimpy bathing suit thong or underwear thong that is just made of the same material. as
Bikinis was
hers.
the best. It was literally chicks in bikinis. That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like way skimpier than the new Hooters shit.
Right, it
Except-
was just
yes.
a bikini. It was
These
just
are the
literally
best.
bikinis.
It was
You
perfect.
guys remember
It
the
was basically a
Undercover
strip
Boss
club.
Yeah.
with the guy from Bikinis?
I thought there was the undercover boss with Hooters. I don't remember the one with bikinis.
They did it with the guy from Bikinis. You could tell it was like later in the Undercover Boss
Yeah,
season
because that's
they
a
were
smaller.
getting to a
smaller one.
regional restaurant in Texas.
Oh, and
They're like they all knew who it was.
What a treat for the
There's only
viewers.
80 employees. Yeah.
This guy was
Oh,
such a
yes.
fucking piece of shit. He was such a piece. The one girl didn't want to wear her bikini on taping day because she was like, "Look, it's national TV. This is a temporary job for me." He's like, "You're fired." Kicks her
Yeah.
out, and then
He's
another
like, I
girl-
know I'm new here, but you're fired.
Another girl, he was like, "If you work really hard, I'll make a deal with you. You work 60 shifts, a quarter. I'm gonna get you tits, new tits, honey."
He bought her
Oh.
tits.
Yes.
That guy's awesome.
well, I mean, that's the corporate plan at bikinis. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
Getting the tits. Yeah. So
you work your way. That's like the first.
Such a piece of garbage that guy is.
So this is a statement that corporate put out, a little bit a while ago. Starting, before this, they all unveiled this. Starting October 4th, all Hooters girls should wear the new shorts when working. Once they arrive in stores, the old shorts should not be worn. They also said, we hope this change will create excitement with all of our current Hooters girls. We understand that this may be a change that may not suit your personal preference. We would ask that you try them out, and if after 2 weeks you are still hesitant to wear the new shorts, you may transfer to a non-image-based position or resign your position
Or
as Hooters girl.
resign.
If you choose to resign, you will be eligible to rehire. And here I have some exclusive audio, some hidden audio that one of the girls took during the unveiling at a local Hooters. So I'm just going to play that for you guys, okay? All right. Settle down, ladies. Settle down. Enough chatter. Cluck. Enough clucking. I got a big announcement to make, okay? As you have all heard, corporate is going to send us some new uniforms. They arrived today. We got some new shorts, okay? Personally, I think they're phenomenal. Brandy's going to come out and show you what they are. Brandy, come on out. Okay, look at Brandy. Okay. Right, my favorite. Turn around now, Brandy. Okay, there they are. Boom. As you can see, they're a little more revealing, but they're going to be a big hit, right? We all know they're going to be a big hit. Anyone have a problem with these new shorts? Anyone doesn't wear these shorts? Raise your hand. Okay. Tina, right?
Yeah, I didn't sign up for this when I took this job last year.
Okay. Tina didn't sign up for this last year, right? A whole year ago. You know what, Tina? Businesses evolve. Things change. I didn't sign up to be the boss of a complaining girl named Tina, right? But here I am. Anyone else got a problem with these shorts?
Yeah, Mike, they show too much of my ass. I don't think I can wear these.
Okay. Tiffany doesn't want to show her ass. Tina didn't sign up for this. Guess what? There's the door, right?
Yeah.
Right? Same door you come in
Mike's tough.
to work, and I give you a giant paycheck, and all these guys tip you very well. Same door you come in, you go right back out if you don't like it, okay? I hear Chili's is hiring. You want to go work at Chili's? You can wear an apron, you know?
It's crazy.
Listen, ladies, this isn't my decision. Okay? There's no compromises. I'm not going to open it up for questions. This is the way it's going to be. If you don't like it, you can join Tina and Tiffany down at Chili's. Okay? All right. End the meeting. Brandy, you're on bar. Let's make some money.
There you go.
Okay,
Wow.
there it is.
There it is.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
So,
That Hooters manager sounds really familiar.
yeah, he's familiar. But
He loves to clap after making his points.
He does.
That's one of his things.
Well, you might.
He sounds like, this might be a little inside baseball. He sounds like he could be in charge of the company that has to pay out the women's soccer team. He could be in charge of. Yeah. He sounds like a very
might.
corporate type fellow. Yeah,
Well, we're gonna get a little more tape here in a second because we got some breaking news. There's been some breaking news. There has been a reversal in policy of this. So let's go to some more exclusive audio here to get the details. They're gonna explain it all. Listen up. There's been a change. Okay, not a change I like. Not a change our customers are gonna like. But a change that, Tina and Tiffany and the rest of the complainers on the internet are certainly going to like. Corporate has decided that if you, don't want to look as good as some of the other girls and don't want to make as much money as some of the other girls, you can wear the old shorts, okay? The new shorts are not a requirement, although, you can imagine what's going to happen when you walk up to a table and you're wearing the old shorts. It's going to be, hey, why aren't you wearing the new shorts? Hey, can I get a change of a waitress? Hey, can she be our waitress? If you like doing that, you like hearing that, then you can wear the old shorts. Also, you can pay your rent in 7 days. You can pay your rent in 2 days, right? You know what I mean? Okay. Brandy, you're on bar. Tina and Tiffany, I'm going to cut you early, but let's make some money, girls.
First cut for Tina and Tiffany.
Oh, yeah. So they're getting cut. So that's there. There you have it. The quick, Hooters.
Power of the internet.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they were about to be, very much more successful business. And now.
Well, they still have the option to wear these new ones, right? They're not throwing them out the window. So.
No. The smart girls are going to wear them, right?
There's going to be a lot of girls that choose to wear the new ones.
Before the option was find the job that doesn't exist where you don't have to be front facing or resign. And now you can wear either. They should. It would have been funny if they called the old shorts pants. You can wear the new shorts or pants.
Yeah. So they did a quick reversal. It's that they can determine which style of shorts best fits their body and style personal image. So that's the new statement. You can go into Hooters and see, half the girls wearing the new shorts. But let's move on to something a little more serious that was trending. Haiti, not as fun as Hooters' new shorts. There's been a kidnapping in Haiti, and from the New York Times article, 17 people, including 3 children associated with an American Christian aid group, were kidnapped on Saturday by a gang in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, as they were leaving in the fucking orphanage. So they're just, they're there helping orphans, and they get kidnapped. The field director for the group, Christian Aid Ministries, local authorities said that the group was kidnapped included 16 Americans and 1 Canadian. A 2-year-old and another young child were among them. One of the abductees sent a voice message via WhatsApp saying, quote, "Please pray for us. We are being held hostage. We don't know where they are taking us."
Surprised
Have they made
they're
demands?
sticking to prayer in that situation. I'd be moving well past prayer. And
Right. No, they don't.
Send the fucking military.
Has anyone they made demands yet or anything?
As of right now, it's just ransom, which is typical in these kinds of kidnappings and situations.
Money.
Yeah. So Christian Aid Ministry said in a, quote, prayer alert, which I guess is like an Amber Alert for when Christians get kidnapped or something. The missionaries were based in Titinyanyan, whatever the fuck that is, and 11 miles from this Port-au-Prince, and they were taken away when visiting orphanage. The alert went to say that the field director's family and one other man had stayed at the base. So all of the other staff who were, on the visit to the orphanage were abducted. Seems a little fishy that the field director happened to
Yeah.
take the day off.
That's lucky for the field director.
Pretty lucky. The prayer alert also said, in addition to prayers, we asked that the gang members would come to repentance and faith in Christ.
Oh, man.
So,
They
It's
are-
a tall order. for
Look,
that.
hey, man,
Yeah.
faith is great, and it can get you through a lot of tough times, but this needs to be a kill the kidnappers alert.
Getting the kids back, number one. The murderous abductors coming to Christ, probably a distant number.
Right,
two
I mean, do you
right
think that-
now?
You think
Right
that they're there
now.
being like,
But
I really hope there's a lot of people praying for us right now because that's
the mission is important, guys. So
Do you think they meant they should come to Christ because they are asking for them to be killed? Send them to Christ.
Yeah, I
maybe
don't know.
so. Maybe it's a trick. Yeah.
It's like it's like a message. You're gonna need to get these guys to Christ.
Yeah.
What's
So,
that?
The Haitian official said this group is the 400 Mawozo gang, and they're like the baddest gang around. And they've done this before. They were responsible for like some priests being kidnapped, and five priests and 2 nuns earlier this year. So they're just running around down there. This particular
Damn,
group's from
preying on
Ohio.
church people.
Yeah, they're
that's
preying
no
on church
good
people.
deed. They're building like fucking structures and shit for these kids.
Oh yeah, the United Nations just extended the mission in Haiti by 9 months. On
Some
Friday.
repugnant shit, man.
But also,
Preying-
like,
preying
there's-
on church
I'm gonna
people,
find another vote.
charities.
There's
Yeah.
so much aid money
Damn.
going there that they could just rob, right? Do that. instead
Right.
of
That's
these
the
people.
point. Is that
Yeah.
there's the aid money is probably some of the bigger streams of cash coming into the country, so they know.
Yeah.
now.
Hey, Wes, put that photo
Become
back
targets.
up of this 400 unit or whatever they are.
Guy wearing fila.
It looks like they all shopped at Marshalls. Look at this.
Yeah, it's like 1990s sporting equipment.
Yeah, one guy's got a Nike, one guy's got
Old
a Fila.
Nike, old.
But I mean,
Fila.
that makes a lot
I
of
think I
sense.
see a
They probably
FUBU back
get-
there.
They probably get lots of like secondhand clothes from the U.S. over there.
Yeah,
That's
for
true.
sure.
First thing they rob is the clothes from the 17.
Whoever
Christians.
gets the secondhand filas, that's the
Yeah.
king.
Right. So Representative Adam Kinzinger, Republican of Illinois and member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, said on Sunday that the government's going to do everything we can to get them back. Quote, we need to track down where they are and see if negotiations without paying ransom are possible, or do whatever we need to on the military front or police front. So maybe they can just, start like trying to save the kidnappers, let them go out of annoyance. Who knows?
Doesn't
Give me the Fila shirt.
Doesn't
It's
him
like
saying
infighting in the gang.
Yeah.
kind of mean that they're gonna have to pay? Like if you're a public official, you make a public statement. It's like, okay, first thing, we're gonna try to get this done without ransom, and
They
then
pay the ransom every time, and then they say they
Yeah.
didn't. That's what the federal government does. They're like they pay it every time, and then they claim they recovered it, just like the pipeline hack and all this stuff. Like
Yeah,
it's-
plus
every
these-
time it's the same song and dance.
Plus, these guys in the Fila aren't asking for like $1 trillion. It's like we
Right.
won
They're gonna pay 'em.
42,000 US dollars.
They're gonna
They're
pay
like,
him, and then
okay.
they're gonna be like, "Oh, but we got it back, or we faked
Yeah.
the payment and put a stop check." And it's just who knows what the real story
We
is.
killed them all. Right. Yeah.
we
so-
also want TJ Maxx gift cards.
Yeah, we would like an actual soccer field.
So
They can get whatever they want right now. They got 16 Americans.
Hey, if you're a praying person, send them a prayer because they need it right now. Hopefully everything works
Yeah,
out for
please
them.
resolve that
Yeah.
peacefully. Just pay them whatever they want.
Yep. And that's going to do it for today's Cup of Coffee in the Big Time. And hey, look at our new sponsor for a Cup of Coffee in the Big Time. It's coffee. Pretty fitting, huh? Guys, I don't know about you, but literally the first thing I do, even before brushing my teeth, is I go downstairs and start a pot of coffee. And once I hear that beep that it's ready, it's like a calling that my day is about to start off right. And now, with our brand new sponsor, Beanbox, you can elevate your coffee ritual even further with curated selection of world-class coffees delivered right to your front door, right? The box they sent us had 4 wonderful coffees to try, and opening that box was like opening a gift from the coffee gods, the gods of the morning, the gods of focus. My personal favorite, the Brazilian Canaan Estate. Nutty, notes of chocolate, nice medium roast profile, but they have coffee that can suit your needs. Dark, light, espresso, whatever you like. It's all fantastic and high quality. No more driving to Starbucks and waiting in line, like a mile-long line for great coffee. This is coffee right in your house. You don't have to leave.
The Brazilian one's already gone in my house.
Oh, yeah.
Ran through that shit. It's delicious.
It's fun trying them, too. And then you can pick your favorite and just, you can get that one. Beanbox believes everyone deserves a taste of the world's finest coffees. Enjoy an endless variety of exclusive specialty coffee from award-winning roasters, curated by Beanbox's own world-class coffee expert. It's like a sommelier of coffee, just sending you great stuff. With Beanbox, you get all access past some of the best artisan coffees in the world. Order monthly with no long-term commitments, so you can pause, skip, or cancel anytime. And for an amazing gift for the coffee lover in your life, check out their World Coffee Tour with 16 coffees sourced from their best coffee producing regions. This is what I'm going to get my dad this for Christmas. He's a coffee guy. This is a perfect gift. Take a guided tour through some of the best coffees in the world with Beanbox. Order today at beanbox.com/hardfactor and get your first tasting box for just $5 with promo code HARDFACTOR. That's your first monthly tasting box for just $5 when you use promo code HARDFACTOR at beanbox.com/hardfactor. It is a deal. When you see the box, you're going to be like, thank you. That was a great deal.
Love a deal.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, I don't know if you have a 6-month-old like I do, and every time you go to Walgreens to buy size 3 diapers, you can't because every other asshole had the same thought during the pandemic and decided to procreate during a global crisis.
Mm-hmm.
That was the move. And then, you're not alone. It's
Really? I thought birth rates were down.
I guess not in our group.
Not in our friend group, but
Pet adoption up.
but in general,
Not on my social media.
yeah, pet adoption up, and now they're all back in the shelters.
Yeah. But you're not alone. It's not just that you're one of those assholes, of which I am, but it's also because of the supply chain.
Because
Yes.
there are no diapers.
Yeah, no, there are no diapers, or there are some diapers, but everyone's kid is the same fucking age as my kid, and shit's the same as my kid. So, I've been buying the 4s,
Say size 3?
and the 2s, and
Say
then
size 3 there?
yeah,
What are you looking
size
for?
3. Yeah,
Man, that's what I'm into.
you got 3s?
It goes up to 5, right? I learned.
Costco's got unlimited size 3 boxes, my man.
Of course. they
Oh,
do.
I learned that this weekend. It goes up to 5, right? That's
It
the
goes
big boys
to
5
15,
to
actually.
15.
I mean,
I
some
thought it
kids
was
don't
1 through
stop
5.
shitting in their pants till they're real old.
Yeah,
That's
They're like
embarrassing.
2.5.
adults, I think, are 16. All right, yeah. 2 words, guys, that could be more damaging than Christmas, to Christmas this year than bah humbug, supply chain. That's right. If a Christmas story were made today, you'll shoot your eye out, kid, wouldn't be the reason everyone seems to keep telling Ralphie for why he won't be getting his Red Ryder BB gun. Instead, they'd be saying supply chain issues, kid. So most everyone knows that supply chain issues are like a cough, shortness of breath, and confronting your child's principal, that they're a symptom of COVID-19, right? But now that America has either dealt with or continued to ignore COVID to death or to life, whichever, they're ready to get back to normal, and the weight of the supply chain issues are finally coming to bear, especially with the holiday season looming. So quick side note, though, guys, the hottest kids' gift of 2021 is already shaping up to be an inkjet printed picture of a Nintendo Switch 2021 and a receipt.
Got him. Got him.
Classic.
It'll be here in 2 months.
Yeah,
Did you guys ever get that as a kid?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, of course,
Yes.
everybody did.
Yes.
On a certain system, everybody got it at least once.
There's going to be a lot of that this year.
Yeah.
So what's the...
I owe you a new system.
I even I mean, my parents spoiled me with video game systems. But like, there was like 1 year where like I got games, but like the system that wasn't ready yet. So like I was like, I got to stare at the games too.
Oh, man.
Still
ton of
pretty good.
games this year.
That's awesome. Hey, and speaking of COVID, I have gotten more fucking colds. I haven't caught COVID because we've gotten like tested every time and it hasn't been COVID, but I've gotten like 3 or 4 fucking colds since late summer. And it's just nonstop. I got another one coming right now. Everybody in my house is sick.
You think it's 'cause the
been
hot tub?
snowing.
You think it's because
No.
it's cold at night and you
Yeah, it's
hopping
cold.
in and out of the hot tub?
No. It's all like traced like from daycare, from people's
Daycare.
works.
Right.
No. From offices.
Yeah.
There's just colds and shit going around, but it hasn't been COVID. But
Same at
tons
me.
of colds.
Same here. I've been getting colds all day, but never
We're about
COVID.
You guys both have young kids. We're about Wes and I are about to get huge temperature change. It's
Right.
been like 90s. It's about to be like 40s in a week.
This last one
75
came
today.
from an office though. It didn't even come from a daycare. So it's just there's shit going around.
Well, as long as you're not down at the local middle school yelling at children, you probably don't have COVID. So, guys, what's the deal with these supply chain issues, and how can you expect it to impact your holiday season?
When's it going to end?
Well, let's start at the port of Long Beach and the port of Los Angeles. These two ports, guys, process 40% of the shipping containers that arrive in the United States. And at the end of September, there was an absolute record number of boats stranded outside of these two ports.
It's like the Suez Canal over there.
I
Not
just put up an image of a lot of dots not in good locations by the port.
Sitting
Yeah.
out in the
A little too far
California
out.
Bay.
a
Yeah.
ton of that. So why is
Out
that,
in the
guys?
ocean there.
Well, it's partly because people are just buying more shit, and it's partly because their shopping habits have completely changed, right? Everyone's ordering stuff online. And it's partly because there's just not enough space or people to unload them. Comparing September 2021 to September 2019, the Bureau of Labor Statistics says there's about 22,000 fewer people working in truck transportation than there were pre-pandemic, and that gives you an idea of how other links in the supply chain might be limited.
And you see where the state where it's particularly bad. I wonder if that has anything to do with it.
Is in California.
Yeah.
It
The
could
fact
be.
that they had such extreme measures, the entire.
That's definitely a factor of it, Will.
Yeah, the UK has this issue too, right? With the truckers.
Yeah, I mean,
It's Brexit.
Yeah.
it's a perfect storm of shit. It's a perfect storm of shit between like everyone changing their shopping habits, right? And then also people are just buying more shit because like they were at home bored all year. They got that habit going of like, oh, I'll just buy this shit. I'll buy this shit. This will be the thing that'll like tide me over.
And it's safer.
It's safer, yeah. In April 2022, guys, or since April 2020, the cost of shipping containers has skyrocketed as well because demand has increased, which has resulted in a shortage of ships. So that's another reason that this is fucked. And that's the main reason why LA and Long Beach are seeing record-breaking numbers of ships.
So like, what other ports handle that much volume?
Nothing in the U.S.
And why? How come there? But how come the other heavy volume ports aren't having the same issues as LA?
They are having the same issues. This is just like the most prominent example because it's 40% of the volume coming into the United States.
Do you think this makes drug smuggling easier because you can kind of like blend in with all the other ships in the bay?
Well, they got to move so fast once they get. They're probably not checking shit as
Yeah,
well.
they're Russian.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So this probably makes drug smuggling so much easier.
I wish they were Russian, guys. They're going to start Russian. A recent deal has been reached with the Port of Los Angeles to stay open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, which is great for Christmas hopes and also the Southern California meth dealers. But even with the increase of hours, people are saying supply chain issues are going to go well through Christmas. So
you're saying you have to order your stuff today, basically?
remember when Kamala Harris said, like, what was it, six weeks ago, order your shit?
Ooh.
You should have ordered it then and today, but you're still not going to get it. You might not. You're probably not.
If you've ordered anything online, like since the late summer, basically like it's a 50-50 shot whether or not it gets severely delayed for some reason or another.
My niece got one of two birthday presents on time, and one's
it's
going to
continue that way for the foreseeable future into the long into next year. It seems like
It's backed up. They say it used to take 40 days on average
backed
to
up
get
like
something
a guy on cheese.
from China. It's now 73 days on average. So order your shit now, guys. And while you're ordering your shit, I recommend you order it safely. Okay? Did you ever read the fine print that applies when you start browsing in incognito mode? It says your activity might still be visible to your employer, your school, your internet service provider. How can they even call it incognito? I don't know, but they do. If you really want to stop people from seeing what sites you visit, you need to do what I do and use ExpressVPN. Think about all the times you use Wi-Fi in a coffee shop, a hotel, your parents' house. Without ExpressVPN, every site you visit could be logged by that admin of that network, and that's still true even when you're in incognito mode.
I felt disgusting on the Wi-Fi at the laundromat last week. I was like, I'm getting ripped. I'm getting jacked here.
Big time. So that's the thing, guys. If you want people to know your IP address, then they can hack you, and you don't want that. So,
I'm on ExpressVPN right now. I don't want anybody knowing where this is recorded.
And Will's connection is crystal clear. The VPN world has come really far in the last couple of years.
I got that shit on all my devices.
I have it open all the time, and I don't even notice a difference. It's awesome. You can also browse media in different countries. You can get like if you want to watch some of the BBC. Good luck without ExpressVPN. But if you go ExpressVPN, they're like, "Damn, he's here in the UK. Of course, he can watch the BBC."
Your Netflix catalog's just beef.
It's totally
beefy.
different. It's really cool. Still haven't found where VH1's dad camp is.
You can jump around internationally. That's sweet.
You're not going to find it.
So much research, and it says
it's in our heads and our hearts. I like my favorite episode was the one where Wes cried.
Oh, that's my favorite too. Oh, I want to see the episode that we're in too, the introduction episode.
Where we were the bad influence.
They cut us pretty much. It was like they just showed 2 seconds of beer pong.
There's like a couple seconds of beer pong,
and one beer chug, and that was it. But
Anyway, guys, ExpressVPN is an app that encrypts your data and reroutes it through multiple different IP servers. So they don't know where you are. Seriously, internet security is going to be a serious issue over the next couple of years, more so than it's been. All these recent hacks, these hackers have been in systems, especially with cryptocurrency. If you have cryptocurrency, get ExpressVPN so that your IP is protected. Stop letting strangers invade your online privacy. Protect yourself at expressvpn.com/hardfactor. Use the link expressvpn.com/hardfactor and get 3 extra months for free. That's expressvpn.com/hardfactor. This is a must-have, guys. So yeah, go and get it.
Oh yeah, it's the best. Hey guys,
it's time for the TikTok International Moment.
Ooh, how did that feel? You like that? Feel good?
Felt great. First time. Also, what feels great, intern Jackson informed us that TikToks are going to be up to 3 minutes long once we're unbanned again. So we can't post right now, but follow at Hard Factor News on TikTok and everywhere else on social media. As soon as we're unbanned on TikTok again, they keep taking us down because, you know, the CCP and whatnot. But once we're back up to 3 minute TikToks now.
And we're rising up the charts in TikToks. By this time, like in 6 months, we're at like what, 30K? We're taking over TikTok.
It's already significantly larger than our Twitter account, I think, right?
Yeah, it grows fast. We're about to be TikTok kings.
There we go. All right, so follow on TikTok. Don't miss out. We got 3 locations this week. First, we're going to the EU for 2 stops. Then we're going to go down to New Zealand and then to China to finish it up. So first up, taking it to the heart of EU, Germany, where an industrial design graduate, Rebecca Weiss, has won a James Dyson Award for creating a tiny bathtub for your testicles that temporarily sterilizes you for pregnancy-free sex. So,
whoa,
pretty cool.
So you get to bathe your balls and then you get to finish in a chick.
Tell me it's shaped like a tiny bathtub.
It is, Pat. The device called the COSO, and yes, Mark, we'll get to exactly how it works. COSO, C-O-S-O, was designed for Rebecca's master thesis in industrial design, I think. And it uses an ultrasound-based bath on your balls for 3 minutes and 35 seconds that leaves you sterile for months at a time.
You're shitting me.
Dead serious. You'll be sterile just 2 weeks after the first teabagging session, and it stays that way forever as long as you microwave your nuts once every 2 months. And once you stop tasing your taint, you should be shooting live rounds again in about 6 months.
We promise.
Shit.
Can you put that in writing?
Oh my God.
She's trying to.
It takes you out for 2 months?
So
at least. Yeah.
This is, I mean, she deserves every award there is in the world for this. But also, this is kind of on the negative side. Like now, women can be like, okay, well, I don't want to take birth control anymore. Now you gotta soak your nuts.
You gotta get the COSO.
They used to tell you to get on the app.
Well, is it painful? Because I'm debating whether or not to order this.
Mark, yeah, I mean, here, I'm going to pop the picture back up one more time. It's an ultrasound bath for your testicles that it's literally zapping your nuts with stuff with like heat-based ultrasound.
Wow.
Anyways, Rebecca, who
You need a room
was
for that thing. It's close to a room.
Yeah, the pets are all dying in your house.
It's very small, Wes, so you can do it anywhere. But yeah, you need somewhere
Cats
safe.
sticking their face in that thing.
need
and
it
just
right in the
dying
middle of a
cancer.
room.
Yeah.
Did you look at any of the comments, Will? I bet there's is there a larger size?
It's brand. That's a good point. It's brand new, so there's not many comments. But
This doesn't
Rebecca,
fit me. I don't know about you guys, but
I got to get the XL, bro. No, I think there's only one size for now. Rebecca, who was inspired to create the device after she was told she couldn't take the pill due to cervical cancer concerns, is seeking funding to take the innovative new device to clinical trials.
She's
so
gonna
good
get
for
funding.
her.
She's gonna
Right,
get
but
funding.
but
How much
Mark,
does she need?
like you said, you do got to feel for Rebecca's partner a little bit, though, because he almost certainly had to quality test the earliest versions of the testicle zapping device.
Oh, yeah.
bathtub.
I wonder what color his balls are at this point.
Oh, imagine
They kidnapped the homeless guy.
Not his normal skin color.
you look like gobstoppers. But
that,
you gotta.
that guy is a saint.
Yeah.
Rebecca put her money where her mouth is, by the way, and probably zapped her boyfriend's balls and then said, you know, I'm going to be the first test patient here. I'm really rolling these dice.
Also, he's with Rebecca, who's going to be a multi.
And is very attractive lady.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's going to make a ton of money. That guy definitely, though, at some point, you know how I almost killed us, Will, with the caffeine by putting too much in when we were trying to make caffeinated water. At some point, she turned the nods, like turned it too high. So he's never having kids because he definitely tested it when it was at its highest. You know?
Yeah. I hope they did what Wes said and got a homeless guy. That was,
a couple
probably
homeless
the
guys.
best idea
Yeah.
for your early testing.
I know a guy at the 7Es drives
Right.
a white Tahoe.
They should just move the operation to Austin.
$20 a month. All the testing you want.
All right, so that was over in Munich, Germany. Now, keeping in the EU, going over to the UK, there's another amazing new sexual health product, the Adams sensor. It's worn over the penis and under the pajamas at night to count how many erections a man is getting. Healthy men have an average of 3 to 5 erections per night, lasting up to 3 hours in total. And the Adams sensor by Adam Health is allegedly so comfortable It's unnoticeable until you get your results back on the app the next morning that tell you that you're definitely impotent. Then you notice the Adam sensor a lot.
And then you're trying to trick it.
Then it's all you think about.
No, this. We should all
numbers up.
You know, a bunch of friends groups are gonna get. We should all get this and like compare stats. And be like, oh, how many erections you get last? I got 5 erections last.
Adam
night.
sensor competitions would be fun.
How can we
It was so hilarious.
live action? That's what I want to know.
Get a live stream?
How can we bet on it?
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can bet with your friends and fuck around with your friends with it.
Yeah, it's like when girls wear a Fitbit and they track calories
Yeah.
together. Like,
Exactly.
shit, Mark's up to 6 erections.
God, what I wouldn't do to get
I
inside
gotta-
his dreams.
Gotta get some alone time.
I gotta start eating more fruit.
Yeah, I gotta stop. You gotta stop jacking off. You gotta take
Yeah.
testosterone, all kinds of stuff to win that competition. And shout out to Allison and Otis for this next one that takes us down under to the former UK colony of New Zealand, where the city wizard of Christchurch, New Zealand, which is on the South Island, is sadly being removed from his paid government post effective sometime in December 2021. We've talked about this guy before on the show.
Yeah.
The city of Christchurch has opted not to renew Ian Brackenbury Chanel's contract for the first time since 1998. It was a $16,000 a year, which is $11,000 US contract to provide acts of wizardry and other wizard-like services as part of promotional work for the city of Christchurch. Here is Ian performing some type of spell.
Right.
Give you guys a little example of what he
About
does.
to rain or something. Yeah.
The services he provides, right? It was basically just him, for people who are listening only, just reaching to the heavens with a staff and hoping
Probably
something
yelling
happens.
some rhyme.
Incantation of some
Talks
sort.
about
Hubba-da-dubba-da.
Erection numbers from the night before.
Yeah, my Adam sensor is off the charts. The city is saying that it was a hard decision to let Ian go, but The Guardian reports that he's been in trouble with the city ever since he said this on New Zealand Today about women back in April 2021. He said, they use cunning to get men who are thick, you know. I love women. I forgive them all the time. I've never struck one yet. I never strike a woman because they bruise too easily, is the first thing. And they'll tell the neighbors and their friends, and then you're in big trouble. Eh?
The wizards had a few domestics.
Yeah, those comments may have had something to do with
Wizards
it.
All valid points.
Don't have the best senses of humor either. They're usually pretty straight dudes, you know.
Yeah, he was dead serious when he said that one. In response to the news of his firing, Ian said, "It makes no difference. I will still keep going. They will have to kill me to stop me." And everybody believes you, Ian. So much so that there's a change.org petition to keep him around, since everybody knows he's just going to keep being a wizard regardless. Keep him paid, 396 signers as of time of
Oh,
taping.
I'm about to sign that shit. Why doesn't he just turn all the people that fired him into frogs or something? Like,
Because unfortunately, even Ian admits he has no real powers. He's strictly a performer.
well, they
He's just a drunk.
they haven't given him enough time.
Basically,
They're paying him to dress up like a wizard.
it's only $16K a year, 10K, American. There's the change.org if you guys, that's what it looks like in case you.
Yeah, when he's getting arrested for domestic, he's like, "Watch me disappear."
Yeah. And I promise, if you reinstate me as a wizard, I won't let any
Throws
women.
down a smoke bomb.
Yeah, I won't let
I'll
any
be
women
disappearing
trick
for
us
3 to
men
5.
in Christtown anymore.
All right, fellas. Finally, a trip to China, where the Chinese military successfully tested a low orbit hypersonic missile in August 2021 that only missed its target by about 24 miles, which is actually pretty close when you consider these are missiles that go up into low orbit, can circle the entire globe, then can be deployed anywhere on Earth, are relatively hard to detect, especially over the South Pole, and they're nuclear capable.
Wow.
China's
That's
hypersonic
bad.
capability, appears vastly more advanced than what almost anyone else is working with besides the U.S. And both countries love to brag about that, but neither wants another Cold War or anything like that.
no.
And,
Well,
that's
don't
today's
forget about
TikTok
North-
international moment.
Yeah.
Korea, who
They
this
say
is-
they
this
have
is a
one.
This is a little bit better than North Korea's show of force.
Yeah, I think that I think according to U.S. intelligence, this one can be confirmed.
Yeah.
It's just why,
But-
like when you see that thing, you're like, why did we make this?
What if they could put one of those shirtless North Koreans on it, send him to within 24 miles of you, the guy that can run through bricks? You don't want him around either.
They're just dropping those guys.
They're dropping those guys real near you.
Instead of nukes, they just bring the martial arts display right to your front door. That would be terrifying.
Yikes.
All right. Well, let's talk about our longest running sponsor, and for good reason, Caliper. Caliper CBD is the only clinically proven fast-acting CBD. Caliper delivers 30 times more CBD in the first 30 minutes versus CBD oil. And I don't know about you guys. I'm pretty sure you do. I know Will does. I take Caliper every day. I take a Caliper every single day, whether it's the fast instant one you can just put straight on your mouth, or the classic one where you can just it's odorless, tasteless. You can put it in a water and a coffee and a tea and anything, and it just quickly stirs and dissolves within like 2 seconds to give it a quick swirl, and you drink it, and then within 10 minutes your CBD effects
So fast acting.
are happening. You're calming, you're relaxing, and you're feeling good. Your aches may be going away a little bit. It's developed by food science experts with decades of experience who rigorously tested for purity and quality, and they did a good job. Caliper CBD comes in convenient and easy to use packs. Like Will has, it's precisely 20 milligrams in each packet. It's always THC free, so you feel better without the high. No weird taste, like I said, no oily residue. It mixes easily into any food or drink. It's all natural, vegan, non-GMO, free of fillers, added chemicals, and artificial flavors. None of that stuff. And you can get 20% off your first order when you use promo code FACTOR at trycaliper.com/factor. You can try Caliper CBD risk-free for 30 days. If you don't love it, they'll give you a full refund. You're going to love it. That's trycaliper.com/factor. Don't forget promo code FACTOR for 20% off your first order. And to close the show today, Will's going to be relaxed in 10 minutes. I have a double real estate segment for you to start off your Monday. So for those looking to buy or sell or rent anytime soon, and for those of you that work in the real estate biz, you might want to listen up to these two stories. This one's called Buyer Beware. And first up, a man bought a home in Orangeville, California. Right? Yeah, good for him. Woo! He bought a home. No, wrong.
That's a
guys.
competitive marketplace too, California.
It is, but this home went pretty easily because unfortunately he bought the home from father and son, right here, duo, 86-year-old Theodore Smith and 62-year-old son, James Smith. And if you can't tell from the arrest photo, those two are pedophiles.
Father-son pedophile.
If you couldn't tell.
It's genetic, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
no.
because when the new homeowner started to do some renovations, because it was probably disgusting in there, if you also looked at how gross they looked, he found
Big beards, like ZZ Top style beards.
they didn't probably clean that much in that house, right? So the guy got it easily, got it for a good rate, and then he wanted to do some renovation work. And as soon as he started knocking down the walls, he found bags full of homemade child porn pictures and stuff in the wall from kids that they took photos of in the house, presumably.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
father and son just double teaming kids together, huh? That's really
And then
fucking gross.
selling the house without burning it down, leaving the evidence in the walls.
What morons? How did they not remember? They must have had so much child porn they forgot where they put some of it.
Yeah,
Like
potentially.
a cartel of child porn.
Yes. The new homeowner has wisely decided to remain anonymous because he said he wants justice for the victims, but he definitely doesn't want his name associated with this story at all. He also didn't give out the address because he's probably frantically trying to sell the house right now, which is going to be pretty hard to do at this point. You got to get out of that house. Like I said, the previous owner should have bought it, burned it down, and this guy's probably going to have to end up burning it down because that place is a house of horrors.
I always think about this. Like I live in Reno now, and I'm never lived here until the last few years, and bought a house like that's an older house. I've always wondered, like I've Googled the address so many times just to see if there was ever like a murder or something, but
Yep.
you never know. You
Dude.
never, even if you can't find
Show
it,
me
you
the
never
car
know.
facts. Show me the house
Will.
facts,
Have you checked out diedinahouse.com?
No, it's already my top fear, and I don't need to encourage it
I have
anymore.
a credit.
Pat, we've
No,
talked about
thank
this.
you.
And
I mean,
Pat said that there's a lot of incomplete information on there, and then you end up doing your own research. But didn't you say
No,
that?
I mean the one I googled. Turns out someone died in a house. There was a clue on there, and it's a $13 charge. It's worth it. Will.
Well, I feel like at this point it's been like 3 or 4 years, and like I feel if there is a ghost here, it's benevolent.
What year was your house built?
I don't want to move that.
77.
Ooh, yeah. There's a death in there.
There's got to. I mean, there's got to be something. There's got to be some history. I always think about that. That's a lot of time to pass.
It's a lot of time.
Show me the house facts. Yeah, hopefully not as bad as this Orangeville, California one.
Yeah, what
which
do you
had-
do?
The police said they're now like going back. But first of all, both men have been arrested, the father, son, and they'll never see the light of day again. So that's okay
good.
at least.
Positive.
But the police now said they're going back and looking at all the evidence, and they have to rebuild a timeline that they say looks like spans over decades to potentially contact these victims. It wasn't like it was decades of this nonsense.
Oh, man.
and disgustingness.
I know the legal system, right? You gotta just let that do its
Yeah,
thing.
kill 'em.
But
Kill them.
yeah, you gotta
Kill
kill
those
these guys.
Kill those two guys. Yep. And look, buyer beware on that house. Am I right?
That's a bad phone call to get, though. Like one day the FBI calls you and goes, "Hey, is this so and so? Used to live here back in 1982. Yeah, is this you?" And it's just like a compromise photo from you from like 20 years ago. You're like
Yeah.
you have a career, and you're like,
yeah, but I guess you'd have to ask those people. But I think that they assume it's going to happen.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
it's fucked
You
up.
think
especially
the
when
pedophiles assume it's going to happen?
Maybe,
the
but I think that the
victims,
victims, especially when they find out these guys are arrested, they assume they're going to get a call. They assume these guys are being caught eventually. I mean, it sucks. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's
terrible.
awful.
So the first one, there's the first of two. Got one more for you, and it's not much better.
You'd be happy though, I think, if they got caught.
That these guys got caught.
But it would bring up some bad shit.
You'd have to potentially have conversations with people in your life that you may have not, and it might open some horrible doors. But all right, next buyer beware. Let's see. Yeah, but also those before we get to the next one, did this guy meet these two? Like, if you meet these two, and then you have a couple social interactions with them,
You don't ever meet somebody you're buying from. Typically, if they're using an agent.
Okay.
Right.
Because I imagine their social interaction skills weren't great. You probably would want to buy.
No, they had to be using a real estate agent. You think that nobody's buying from owner from those people?
No.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You don't. If you meet those guys, you don't buy the house, even if it's a sweetheart deal. Next up, we have another old man in his 80s that is causing all sorts of problems again. This is. I don't have a picture of him, but we have 84-year-old Albert Baglione of Alabama. He decided it was time. Yeah, Baglione. He decided it was time to up and relocate from Alabama to Portsmouth, Virginia, where he bought a house sight unseen. As when you buy a house sight unseen, you run the risk of being disappointed when you see the house. And that was definitely the case for Baglione, who was so disappointed by the state of the house he moved to that he rage killed the real estate agent who sold him the house, and then himself after a standoff with SWAT inside the new house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean that's why you don't buy a house sight unseen. I'll tell you. It'll really upset you. Now, Baglione, obviously a psychopath murderer, but even a non-Baglione could get very upset about this. This is a big purchase.
It's tough.
It's going to weigh on your account for a while.
I'll tell you how big soon. Exact dollar amounts, and it's also tough for the real estate agent because they're trying to move this dump of a house, and they have a sucker on the line, sight unseen. But if you oversell it, you could get Baglione.
No, a good agent would hold you off going the sight unseen route.
Yeah, well, Baglione called his son Shane the day he moved in and said he was displeased with the 750 square foot house that he bought for $160,000 cash.
It seems dead on.
Yeah.
Saying
167.50 seems like about what you'd get, right?
Yeah, but if it looks like saying it didn't look the same as it did in the pictures, you'd expect it to be in decent shape for that size and that price in Virginia.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not exactly Paris, France. And that he was unhappy and that he was going to talk to his agent about it. And he did talk to his agent. His real estate agent was 41-year-old. And here I have a picture of him. Soren Arn Olschlegel. I probably did not say his last name correctly. Apologies. Soren Arn Olschlegel of Norfolk,
that's
Virginia.
Yeah, you got pretty good.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Fellow real estate agent Ruth Fondon said of Soren, he was dedicated to his work and always went the extra mile to please his clients. He was very professional and well respected by his colleagues. Soren was also active in a bunch of community groups, and he had a real estate mother and a contractor father that had ties of like houses and communities from the Outer Banks all the way to Hampton Roads, Virginia, all in that area. So R.I.P. to Soren. Man, like we said, sight unseen, that's tough. You got to see the house unless you're flipping it, right? Or you have like a huge renovation budget. That's like a mail order house. You can't do that. You can't. You can't do sight unseen.
My girlfriend is an agent now, and she is constantly, people are moving to Austin like a motherfucker, and she's constantly doing like FaceTimes with them in the house. Like, hey, here, this video, and you like this, you like that.
I imagine that's better than just sending pictures, right?
It's way better.
Still kind of sight unseen technically, but at least you have like a live
You're
video.
a complete psycho if you buy a house sight unseen.
Unless you're like a
complete
professional
fucking
flipper.
psychopath.
Yeah.
If you buy a house sight unseen, because it's way too expensive to just go in and not know what the fuck you're about to deal with. You have to at least walk through it once before you put down hundreds of thousands of dollars on something.
This guy was so upset with the house that the neighbors said like he was there one night, and then the next day is when he was unloading his truck full of stuff, and he called the guy over and shot him the second. So he spent one night there. They said the first day when he moved in,
it's really his fault for buying the house.
Yeah.
He probably demanded it too.
He was
usually
so
what happens
mad.
with these sight unseen things is like the real estate agent's like, "Are you sure you haven't seen it? Are you gonna go through? I'm gonna like push it through." And
they said he was so mad. One of his neighbors said that he just saw him walking around the cul-de-sac muttering to the skies. He was so angry about the house he just bought.
Dude,
premeditating his murder he was about to do.
This is why there's a thin blue line flag, right? A thin red line flag. There's tow truck drivers have a thin yellow line flag. We need to get one for real estate agents. We need more thin line flags out there, I think. And I think real estate agents need one.
What color would theirs be?
I don't know.
What's a sold sign? What's a sold sign? Like a stripe with like the sold letters like in it.
Man, there's
red usually.
Red.
Yeah.
White with red lines for sold.
No, that's just the American flag.
Okay.
Don't give them that much credit.
That story was for the real estate agents out there listening, and for anyone trying to buy a house. A few tips. Make sure that you're not buying it from a father-son that look like this. And don't do sight unseen. That's going to do it for Hard Factor. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you're having a great Monday. Please leave us a voicemail, 512-270-1480. We'll get some later this week, as well as 5-star reviews. We got anything big coming up soon? Another happy hour trivia in a couple weeks?
Next trivia date? Probably not yet.
Coming soon. Coming soon.
All right. Well, we have another show
We do need to
tomorrow.
start planning the Florida trip.
That's right.
It's also
that is true.
April, especially with the supply chain issues, they might run out of hotels. Who knows? Or beers. But anyways, thank you for tuning in. We love you, and have a great fucking day.